Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to my Psychic Connection. This episode is Whispers from the Forest with Squirrel, and I'm Squirrel, and I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. Hope y'all are getting used to the new show time right now at midnight, and let your friends know so that they can get used to the schedule too. All right. So the way things work around here, if you haven't been here before, is you just post your question into the chat on Facebook, YouTube, and I think we have a couple of other platforms you can post on as well. I'm pretty sure of it. I think there are 8, but go ahead and post your questions, and the people working the back, they will get those questions in order, and everybody who has posted a question will get a 2 free minute reading. Did I say that right? A free 2-minute reading. Just put my words in order when they don't come out right, y'all. um, we do have some donations for longer readings or more in-depth readings as well, because 2 minutes is a very limited amount of time. But we do have a 3-minute reading donation, 5-minute, a mini, and a mega. And with the mega readings, you can ask more than one question. Though with all the other readings, including the freeze, we'll stick with the first question that you've asked, and answer that as fully as we can with the time we have. So don't be afraid to ask anything here. There's no judgment, very unbiased. And sometimes when you have a question just pulling in your head and you can't find the answer on your own, somebody who hasn't addressed it before, somebody outside of the situation can help you see more clearly. So that's always a good idea to do. All right. Tonight, this is the last show of the night, but we do have a full lineup for you tomorrow, Thursday. We start out at 7 p.m. Eastern with Destiny K, Divine Love and Light. Then at 10 o'clock, we have Journey Ryan live. And then at 11 o'clock Eastern, we have Cassidy the Card Slinger. Then Friday, we have Journey and Friends at 10 o'clock, and we start all over again on Monday. So if you don't get your question answered tonight, don't worry. With the donations, you can jump to the head of the line. But if you don't have the means to do that, don't worry. We're here all week, and your question will get answered. Okay? So let's go ahead and start answering some questions now. Who do we have first? Sabrina C. Hi, Sabrina. So Sabrina asks, hello, will my ex Brenton move out in February? Your ex Brenton. Okay, good question. And wow, all right. Will he move out in February? Not without you putting a boot up his ass. I'm sorry. It's like he's either not got the fundage to, or he's acting like he doesn't have the funds. From what I'm seeing here, he actually does. He's just wanting to milk this as much as he can. And he's not planning on going anywhere anytime soon. And I don't feel like he's actually contributing to the situation. Whereas, being helpful around the house or helping out with bills, you do have the power to get rid of him. You just gotta stand up for yourself. It feels his energy in your space is so toxic for you. There's no way for you to move forward and claim all this beauty that you have. She said, oh God, that's not good. No, he definitely isn't helping. You are amazing, but his energy just sucks all of that amazingness out of you and makes you forget how great you are. You're feeding him. You're giving him a place to sleep. Please, please put your foot down in any way you can. I know that's not your nature. You're not a pushy person. But if you don't get rid of him soon, he's going to drag you down even further. And every second that he stays there, he's abusing you. I don't know if you see it, but I feel like you do. And you feel it. And it's no good for you. Whether he has that money or not, he is your ex. And it's not your responsibility, Sabrina. Take care of you and your child first, because uh that man is toxic for you. Okay? I hope that helps. And excuse me, you guys, a lot of times, as when we're talking to a client or we're talking to a friend and giving them advice, we give them advice like, you have to do this and you have to be strong and you have to put your foot down. And what I noticed with Sabrina, that's not her nature. And Sabrina says, I do see it. Thanks, love. I might donate. That would be greatly appreciated if you can. But Sabrina's nature and many people's nature are not the same as our own. I'm a really loud Leo. When I need to put my foot down or up somebody's butt, it's not too hard to push me to do so. But somebody that's soft and gentle, they can't do the same things that the person giving them advice might do. So when you get advice like that, don't say, I can't do that completely, but find a way that you can do it in your gentle nature, but not be walked over and pushed down. That's very important for those gentle natured people to find a way that they can stand up for themselves and still feel like a good person. Standing up for yourself is not being mean. It's being good. Okay? I hope that helps a lot of people out there. All right. Thank you, Sabrina, for that wonderful question. And my heart's with you. All right. Who do we have next? All right, we have a donation. Thank you very much. This really helps everybody out in the back end and us readers too. So thank you, Colleen. So Colleen asks, what can you share about me purchasing a home later this year? Will it be the one I currently want or a different one? Uh, Actually, I'm going to do a this or that with that question to see what it looks like for the one you currently want and what it looks like for a different one. And depending on which one looks like the better option for you, not that I'd tell you which one to choose, you'll let me know which one you want to read into to see how that would go about or if you would be able to see it. So, will it be the one you're currently looking at or a new house? Epic question. So, the one you're currently looking at. Ooh. Or a new one. All right. So this sometimes our options are not straight out in black and white. Sometimes it's like win-win and sometimes it's like lose-lose. And this one almost looks like a win-win. With the house you're currently looking at, Colleen, you are in love with this house and it makes your heart happy. It speaks to every part of you and you truly feel like this could be a home. But I feel like with this Page of Pentacles, the that you're not quite in a position, because this is new energy, and it being pentacles, in this case, it would apply to money towards the house. So the monetary value of the house is out of your reach at this moment. I feel like you would have to wait to be able, but the real estate industry all over the place right now is kind of really, really wonky. So you might either have to wait until the wonkiness, the mortgage rates or the APRs, whatever they're called, they come down, and the strict rules about everything, or until the price comes down. And I don't think that will fit your time frame. One thing you can do is start really saving up for that, like putting a substantial amount away for the down payment, so that the mortgage fees or the APR, the rates, whatever those rates are called, um, they don't eat you alive, because the more you have to put down on the house, the less those rates will eat you. But it feels like it's still the energy of your finances is too small to meet the energies of the house. Okay? Excuse me. Now, looking at a new house, I do feel that you will find one that you could cherish, and that really stimulates you on a lot of levels, on an emotional level and a mental level. Like, this house will have you thinking, as like having that partner that you can talk back and forth to. This house somehow has something that gets your mind racing and doing things. The only problem with this house is a different house, is you're not gonna find one. Even though this is great, you're not gonna find one that makes your heart as happy as the house you're looking at. So it all comes down to, what do you want to sacrifice? That love and complete belonging, even though this will be a good belonging, or that financial gouge that you would be getting with the first house, or even time with the first house. So it really, really comes down to those two decisions. And as much as you love that first house, I truly do believe that it would take longer than you're looking at to be able to purchase it and move into it comfortably. You don't want to overextend your finances just because you love it. Good reason to, but you truly, truly don't want to overextend. And as far as the future house, if you don't find something that you absolutely love with that upright, don't put your money into it, because you're not going to stay there. Maybe look a little longer. Maybe find some way to be able to extend the time, renew your lease where you're at for just a little bit longer if you can, or find somebody where you can, somewhere you can rent month to month on a lease, so that you can have the time to find that perfect home for you, or to wait for the the financial issues surrounding buying a home, especially this home. This home, I think, is overpriced, but they're not ready yet to come down in price. Okay, I hope that helps. All right. So let me know um, if you wanted to look into one of the houses real quick, either one of them. But if not, we'll go ahead and move on. So, uh, mini readings, you can ask maybe a question that has pertinence to the first question, but mega readings, you can ask several questions. Colleen says, thank you so much. So helpful. I'm glad, because that one, she said, new house. All right, let's take a peek at the new house real quick. What you ought to wait for, since that's pertinent. Okay. You need to wait for the house that makes you feel like you are truly home, and it's see how they're set in stone. Then and remember with the new house, it was in reverse, and I said you have to wait until it's upright. This is the card that popped out. You saw me shuffling. You've got to make sure it will be a forever home if you choose a different home. You got to make absolute positive for that because you don't want to buy something that you're going to have to turn around and resell because the housing market can be absolutely great or it can be absolutely hell, and it fluctuates so fast it's hard to keep up with. So new house, wait till you find something you love just as much as the house you're looking at now. I hope that helps too. All right. LOL. Yes, got it. She says, no settling. There's no reason. Yeah, you should settle for less on the place you want to settle for forever. Okay? I love you, Colleen. All right, you guys. So earlier today, I was watching Gigi's show, and she was talking about the strange energy that's going on. Saw a lot of people agreeing with her about how, excuse me, things are just very, very harsh, and people are all up in other people's Kool-Aids. And I hadn't looked at this month's transits for a while, so I was like, okay, let's see what's going on in the sky today. So just know all this has been applying, which means it's been building up to it right now, right this minute. Like as we're speaking, it's all come to a bam head. So hopefully you're safe in your homes right now with nobody who's going to come at you. But this means now, since it's all right exact right now, it'll be separating. So things are going to be getting easier from here on out. But Mercury in Capricorn is squared with Jupiter in Aries and the moon in Aries. Thank God that moon is a fast mover. But they're all separating now. And that kind of energy, it's all cardinal energy. It's all move, 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 go, go, go. And it was like all saying, ha ha ha, we're going to play with you tonight. And for the days that led up to this, that you've all been going, what the heck is going on? So that Mercury in Capricorn has been playing a big part in just making things uncomfortable for us. And then not only that, but today the sun was trined the the Mars in Gemini, and the sun was sextile the moon and Jupiter in Aries. Trines and sextiles are usually good things, but in this case, with those squares going on, it just exasperated it. It was just like, here's more energy for you to mess with us and screw us up. But it is moving away. That moon is a fast mover, so give it 2 or 3 days. Don't let anything rattle you, and it's going to be okay. And ah, Mercury's going to be in Capricorn for just a little while longer. So that's how we communicate. That's how we speak our thoughts. And with it being in the air around us, it's affecting all of us. So be careful how you speak. And when somebody speaks harshly to you, just take it with a grain of salt and hope it will all be over soon, because it will. All right. Who do we have next? All right, we have another donation, another speech therapist, please. No, another mini reading with Sabrina. Thank you, Sabrina. So Sabrina says, I need guidance on how I can get my ex out. I also need to ask a few more things. Okay, if they're pertaining to the original question, we can do some of that. But if they are different questions that don't pertain to this, then we would have to do the mega reading, because it's gonna it's going to take a lot more to get all of that. But first, let's dive into how you can get your ex out. Can I ask what your sun sign is? Because that will help me a lot. And if you know it, your moon sign and your ascendant. If you don't know them, that's okay. But your sun sign will. She's Sagittarius. Yes. Okay. Excuse me. That's why I was getting that your Sagittarius has a difficult time with confrontation. Most mutable signs do. And that mutability, they tend to mutable signs, which Sagittarius is, tend to adapt to things, to to just go with the flow. They don't want to stir things up or shake them up. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that. They don't want to shake things up. The only mutable sign that really likes to stir things up and cause trouble is an unhealthy Gemini. Sorry, y'all. I took some cough medicine before I started tonight, but this cold is kicking me in the head. Journey.
Go ahead and get a sip of water, and we'll get back to this reading in just a moment. Just get back to this reading in just a moment here. Let her go ahead and do that. But guys, don't forget, we have a fun-filled week full of people tomorrow night. We've got, starting at 7 p.m., we've got Destiny K. And then we've got Journey Ryan Live. Deborah Z will be joining us on that show. And we've got Cassidy the Card Slinger. And of course, on Fridays, we've got Journey and Friends. Guys, get ready for that. It's going to be a fun-filled, packed day of lots of good energy and lots of fun. And of course, we play games. Finding that Queen of Fire can earn you a $50 reading on mypsychicconnection.com. So that's absolutely awesome. We've had some winners in the past, and we'd hope to see that we have some winners coming up soon. So guys, make sure you're checking out that show. Then of course on Monday, we start all over again with myself, Journey Ryan Live. And then on Tuesday, we've got Destiny K, and she will be on at 7 p.m. And then again, we'll start with Wednesdays with Journey Ryan Live with Gigi joining us on Wednesday. And then we've got, of course, this show, Skwirl, which she'll be doing these amazing readings. Now, guys, we are now doing the mythology of astrology. So once a month, you guys will be able to get a chance to see your sign. So if you guys missed out on the opportunity to go to Mythology of Astrology, it is on our YouTube channel. So go to our YouTube channel. That's where you can see it. That's where we are doing those lives for that particular show, is on our YouTube channel. So guys, go over, check it out. We're talking all about Aquarius. Awesome questions being asked. And if any of you guys have any questions while the show is going, we will be answering them the last part of the question. So get those questions ready. Skwirl is absolutely going to tell an amazing story for you guys. I cannot wait. I think the next one is Pisces, is where we're going, and we'll be doing that on February 20th at 11 p.m. on our YouTube channel only. Now, we'll post on the Facebook channel about the YouTube show, but make sure you're tuning into our YouTube channel. Subscribe and ring the bell. That way you guys are notified every time we have a show. I'm handing the mic back over to Skwirl. Here.
Thank you, Journey. I'm so sorry, y'all. It really is kicking my butt, but as violent as it was, I feel, Sabrina, that you're not allowing yourself to breathe properly, and you're not speaking up. And here it goes again. You're blocking yourself from speaking when you need to speak. Part of that is because it's the response to abuse. Um, when you have spoken up in the past, you've been pushed down, you've been mentally, excuse me, verbally, and I believe sometimes even physically shut down. She says, I'm feeling very stuck inside. Yeah. I feel like if you open your mouth, you feel like if you open your mouth, you're just going to be negated and invalidated. But this time, let's see what we can do for you to be able to speak. Because you don't have to get physical with them, but you need to find a way that you can speak and stand firm in the words you say. She says, I have in all ways. Honey, I'm so, so sorry. And the fact that he is still in your house, just that's so not fair to you. So let's find a way for you to speak up. You don't have to do this alone. If there is anybody, and I'm seeing an older man, a father figure, not necessarily your father, because she says, thank you. You're welcome, honey. I feel that it's not your father, your actual blood father. This is a father figure, someone you can speak to, possibly an uncle, that you need to bring in to help you. This is not something you can do alone. You cannot do this alone, because if you do try to do this alone, he will hurt you, and that terrifies me. He has hurt you in the past, and he is not afraid to hurt you. So bring in another male figure to have to support you, to open your mouth so you don't have to be afraid, because this man will go down. He will protect you. This may also be a police officer. Police officer can come into your home and remove him from it. If he's not helping out in any way, she said, oh, right, I spoke to him last time, but he was unsure. Excuse me. I am so sorry, you guys. He said, but he was unsure if it was good to help. Let him know you cannot do this alone. And if he can't do it, talk to the police. Talk to the police, because this is abuse and you need somebody there who will defend you so you can get him out and maybe even speak for you. On that note, though, once you get rid of him, you need to learn how to voice your needs and what you want. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Squirrel, go ahead and take a sip of water while Squirrel is doing that. Sorry, guys. She's got a cough that she can't quite snag. So we're going to let her take care of that, and she'll be back in just a moment. But Sabrina, looking into this situation, yeah, this is definitely a hard situation for you. And I do feel that, making sure that you are doing the right things, even with an eviction letter, things to that nature, to try to get him out of your house. He is a definite mooch, a leech, and he's just tearing down your energy. And I don't feel like that was good. So definitely make sure that you are taking all the ways that you can to help yourself. So just try to look for that help. I also feel as though some legal guidance, you could find somebody that'll give you a little bit of legal guidance also to remove a person out of your home and get them out. Because this is someone who feels comfortable in their situation. They're not going to do anything. They're going to give you the sob story. They're going to make you feel bad for them. And honey, there's no reason for you to feel that way. Absolutely not. So I want you to, empower yourself, start taking the right steps, because he needs to stop feeling so comfortable with using you. Don't let him use you. And that's exactly what's happening currently. So allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to be able to move forward and do what's right for you. I know that you have a heart that's like, hey, I need to make sure that I feel good at it, but he's not allowing you to feel good, and that's just tearing you down. She said, thanks, Ryan. No problem. But don't allow yourself to be torn down by somebody else who's constantly ripping you down or keeping your energy down. Because that's what I feel like is happening. It's I'm trying to separate myself from something that I can't release myself from. And because that's happening, that's keeping your energy very muddled. And you're you're not going to be able to get to your highest strength or your highest power when this person is taking over or taking advantage of you. And in some ways, it doesn't feel like it's being taken advantage of, but it most certainly is him being the one taking advantage of you and not giving you back what you need, which is your freedom. I don't know where to look for this help. Okay, so you can contact a couple of like lawyers' offices and see if there's anybody that you could speak to pro bono, and maybe get a little bit of legal advice in the sense of just asking a few questions. There are some places out there that will help you and be able to help you do that. Okay, so don't think that the help is not there. Just make a few phone calls, get yourself out there, and I definitely feel like that's going to help you out best. So I'm going to go ahead and hand you back over to Squirrel. She is back. Hopefully, and I'm going to say this to you as well. It was when Squirrel realized that your voice was being smothered, her voice was being restricted. Spirit has a weird way of giving us definite messages. This is someone you need to get out of your life. I'm handing you back over to Squirrel.
I am so sorry, everybody. That just really overwhelmed me. um, Sabrina, if you are in the United States and possibly in other countries can do this as well, but if you go to a women's shelter, they can help you as well. There are so many places out there that if you can reach out for help, if you can speak it, and that's a good way to practice speaking it. I realized that speaking that to him, to telling him get out now, that is not good for you. That is not the place for you to start. But once you get him out with help, whether it's that father figure or uncle, whether it's the police officers, whether it's a women's shelter that can come into your home and protect you, um, you've got to start once he's out of your life. Practice first in the mirror. Practice speaking your wants, practice speaking your needs. And at first, it's not going to be easy because you're so used to going with the flow. She says, I know, I feel sorry to pass the energy. Oh, no, honey, no, no, don't feel sorry. Don't. I, this is not something that you can do alone. And I am more than happy to take some of that from you. Hopefully that took some of that from you so that you can learn to speak your voice. And you will be able to, but you've got to practice. It's going to take baby steps. This step is too big. Please ask for help outside of yourself. And if your uncle can't help you, the police can, the women's shelter people can. There are so many people out there that are out there to help people in your situation. It's just that's even if you say it as softly as you can, help me. They're gonna help you, and you can learn to speak your voice and learn not to take the abuse because he's beating you down, and you are so flipping amazing. I want to see you get back up. I hope that helps. And thank you so much for sharing such a deep, deep thing with us. She said, I will make some calls. Please do. Please, please do. And I'm going to light a candle for you. I'm going to light a couple of candles for you. And you keep us posted because we're going to, we got some Virgo energy going on in my psychic connection. So we're going to be worried about you. And never, never be afraid to ask for help. Use the voice God gave you, even if you have to whisper it first. A couple of years from now, you're going to be singing it out. Okay? Get away from that man. She says it helps a lot. Thank you. And thank you, Sabrina. Thank you for being here. And I love you, girl. I love you. She says thank you for me and my daughter. Yeah, you let us know how it goes and who can help you. Yeah, and one of the things that you're going to excel at once you find how to stand up for yourself in your way, not in anybody else's, gently and kindly, one of the things that you are going to be amazing at is helping other men and women get out of the situation that you're in and teaching them how to do things in their way. It's going to be so beautiful, and you're going to find yourself again. All right, honey. I hope to talk to you soon, and I love you. So, okay. Excuse me. That one was just a little frog. She says, "Thank you, everyone. You're welcome, and thank you, Journey, for covering for me while I spit up like a whole fleet of frogs. Holy crap!
It's
Excuse
okay.
me.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm so embarrassed. It's like, uh. But yeah, I couldn't. I thank you for taking over because I couldn't breathe for a couple of minutes there. And my cat's going nuts over in the corner. I don't know if y'all heard her or not, but that's the scary
Spirit's
sound.
playing games over there, girl.
Man, I don't. Yeah, they've been doing this since early this afternoon, and it's like, okay, y'all stop. All right, who do we have next for the evening? All right, we've got another donation for a 3-minute reading. Thank you, Crystal, and hi, girl. So, Crystal asks, my friend Sean is trying to help me get a great job. I recently applied for the opening. What will come of it? Will I get this permanent position? Oh, Crystal. So will Crystal get this permanent position for this great job? Let's find out. Whoa. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing a yes, no here. I would not bank on it. I feel like you have all the qualifications, but I think you're actually kind of overqualified for it. It feels like I've got the Ace of Swords in reverse, and that feels like, in this case, with the other cards that I have, that your knowledge is above what they're looking for, and they're going to feel like they can't pay you enough to justify hiring you. So I'm thinking that might be keeping them back, but I also feel like this is one of those too good to be true type of scenarios. um I if what I'm seeing here on my table is that it is not a good fit for you. It is too good to be true. There's a lot of cutthroat going on in the background for this position, and we're how you'll be working. Even if you're working at home, it's just going to be one of those cutthroat situations that you're going to be like, this is not what I signed up for. And the beauty of the job and the way it's been presented to you, I feel that it's quite pie in the sky and too good to be true. So if you don't hear from them or if you get the no, don't be too distressed because something better is bound to come along. Something where they're looking for the qualifications that you have and they're willing to pay for it. The money that's been presented to you as far as how this job goes is not the money that they're willing to pay. He's I know Sean is a friend. She says it's government. So yeah, cutthroat goes with the territory. I feel like there will be cuts really quickly to where you're not getting paid what you're being told you would be getting paid. It feels really nasty. I'm not liking the energy surrounding it at all. Yeah, so I hope that helps. But there's something better out there. I'm sure of it. Okay. All right, you guys. So let's see if I can get through the rest of the show without spitting up any frogs, right? So far, so good. Until I said it, right? So if you're just joining us, remember that you can be put on the free 2-minute list just by asking us a question. Just please no general questions, and by law we cannot answer legal or medical questions here. And the reason we say more general is because with the free readings especially, we've got such a limited time. A good deep general reading takes longer than 2, 3, 5 minutes. And if you would like a general reading, you can always go to www.mypsychicconnection.com, and we do the general readings there. And Crystal says thanks. You're welcome, hon. We do the general readings on my www.mypsychicconnection.com. And if you want one here, though, try to be somewhat specific. Let us know what direction you're looking in. If you want to know, hey, what's happening next month? Oh, let us know. Are you looking for love? Are you looking to further your career? Are you looking for a windfall? What are you looking for? And we'll see, because so much can happen in such a short amount of time. So you guys, I'm going to ask you to share us out far and wide and do me a favor. I'm feeling a little insecure after my little hacking fit. So show me some love. Let me know I didn't chase you away. So if you wouldn't mind popping an emoji in there or giving us a like or something, just let me know I didn't chase you away with my coughing fit. All right. So who do we have next? Karina. Hi, Karina. Karina says, hello. Do you see me having confidence to be in a romantic relationship again? I've been single by choice since the passing of my son's father 30 years ago. I put all of my life and energy into my sons. Oh, that is quite a long time. And I know you still miss him. And I also know that you've been one hell of a mother. So let's see. Will you have the confidence to have someone else in your life? And what do you need to do? I'm seeing that right now your confidence is still at a very low point. You've got to learn to trust yourself. And I don't think it's just you that you don't have the confidence in, as far as I'm not this or I'm not that, or even I'm too old. You're not too old. My Aunt Goldie had a 76 year-old boyfriend when she was 98, and she bragged to everybody about how she was a cradle robber. You are not too old, okay? So, but I feel like your confidence is at a low, and you need help boosting it up, and you just when's the last time you even flirted? Do you remember how to flirt? Practice flirting. Practice feeling beautiful. It goes so far. Instead of wearing your house clothes all the time, put on a pretty shirt, put on a little perfume, put on some eye makeup, or do your hair a different way. Pull that confidence up. You can do it. And I think part of your lack of confidence is there's a lot of men out there, but how many of them are actually worth spending time with? You're like, "Do I even wanna put up with anybody else's crap?" And Karina says, "Yes, yes." So, I say go out, have fun, work on doing little things to bring it up, okay? Because you can, you can. You just need a little bit of help. Alright, Karina. So, you guys, and that's true for us that are in relationships as well, especially the long-term relationships. I remember laughing my butt off when I was young because this comedian said, um, marriage was like living with your best friend in their worst pajamas. And I thought that was so funny. 25 years of marriage, and yeah, I was walking around in my best pajamas or my worst pajamas. I had I had some Eeyore pants. Man, they had holes in them bigger than my cat. My husband finally made me throw them away. And Karina said, "Yes, very true. Thank you. You're welcome, Karina." But I walked around for a good, I don't know, 4 years, just gray. I was wearing all gray. I didn't do my hair, didn't do my makeup. He was lucky if I brushed my hair sometimes. And I started feeling really horrible. And then good friend of mine said, "Put on some perfume. Brush your hair, Sharon. Wear it up, wear it down. Put a little bit of lip gloss on." And those tiny little things made me feel better about myself and made my husband feel better about having to spend time with me. So take a look around you and see how you're treating yourself. Doesn't have to cost money, except for maybe a brush, but treat yourself a little better, and that will give you confidence to either boost the relationship you're in or go out and flirt a little bit and see what's out there. All right, y'all. Who do we have next? All right. We have another donation for a 3-minute reading. Thank you, Rebecca. All right. Let's see what Rebecca has to say. Squirrel. Rebecca, I love you so much. I am always so happy to see you. She says, "Just need to know if I will feel better by this weekend." And she gave me a whole bunch of squirrel emojis. Okay, okay. That's it. She wins. So let's see. Will Rebecca feel better by this weekend? How's Rebecca going to feel this weekend? Not by Friday. Come Friday, you're still gonna, I feel like this is not a matter of, well, like me, am I gonna get rid of this damn cold by the weekend, right? I feel like this is internal, like how you feel emotionally and personally. So I'm seeing that come around Friday, you're still going to be quite down, quite like almost to the point of what's the point? And oh, I hate that because you're such a beautiful, bubbly, your energy makes me so flipping happy. Every time I see you, well, on here, every time I feel your energy, it lifts me up so high, Rebecca. And to see you feeling this down really makes me sad because I hate that you would ever have to feel this way. I want to rush in and hug you and take you out and make you laugh, but right now you don't even feel like laughing. It's like things aren't moving forward the way they're supposed to be moving. I feel though that you're going to be getting some kind of news, some kind of validation, some kind of justice. I really like this is the justice card. She said, definitely, I got 2 new diagnoses and I'm sad about it. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear that. I feel like by Saturday, you're going to have come to terms with it. You're going to have, like, look at how raised up she is. And she's only looking at the facts. She's not looking at the emotions. And once you can remove yourself from the emotions and find out what it is that you can do about those diagnoses or how you can move forward, that you are going to start coming out of that depression. It's still not going to be like, oh, happy, happy, joy, joy all the time. She said, that's what I'm hoping for. Well, look at this, Rebecca. By Sunday, here comes the sun. So by the end of the weekend, you will be back to yourself. You just give yourself some time to process what you've been told because it can't happen overnight. Little bit of time to process. By Sunday, you're going to be able to fake it till you make it. Okay? And I love you, girl. All right. So, yeah, us, a lot of times we are hard on ourselves, all of us, when we get bad news or when something grievous happens to us. And and other people don't help, like, get over it already, right? You've all seen that, you've all heard it, where it takes time to process the news, it takes time to grieve. um you've lost something in some way, and if you don't give yourself to time to grieve, even if it's just a little bit, to cry and say, this is not fair, no, it's not fair. But you have to be able to acknowledge that before you can go on. So when you feel this kind of feeling over news, it's it's okay to be upset. Give yourself time and you will come through on the other side, ready and saying, now, okay, I accept it. What can we do to make this better? What limitations do we have to work with? And what boundaries do we have? And what can we push to pass those boundaries? And that's for all of us. So I hope that helps. I hope somebody else out there is listening and saying, yeah, I do need that time. All right, you guys. Who do we have? Oh, I just looked at the time. Wow, this tonight's going by so fast. I love being with you guys so much. This really is, being with y'all is a very big highlight to not just my week, but let's face it, to my whole life. You guys are amazing. All right. So who do we have next? We're going to try and get. All right, we have a mega reading. Thank you. Thank you, Blanca, for supporting my psychic connection and the readers and the workers here and making sure we get all this out to everybody. So Blanca asks, "Hi Squirrel. My question is, I need to know all I can about this guy I'm talking to. We are having a bit of a communication issues, but we he te- oh Tell me what's up. Is that what it is? Is that me tell you what's up, or will he tell you what's up? Okay.
You tell her what's up.
Alrighty then. What's up? So let me see. I'm gonna go on in his head. See what he's thinking and who he. Let's first of all, is he who he says he is, or all that he says he is, or is he being less than truthful? That's the first thing I want to look at. Is that okay? Okay. Okay. How do I say this? Let me get that because my brain it was like all came. She said, yes, it's okay. Everything went in my head, and it's all talking at once. So give me a second to shake it out so I can organize it, or you're not going to understand a word I said because it all came in so fast. What I'm seeing here is that he's been through one of his own tower moments. And what I mean by that is he's had his whole world shaken up, and he's taken a financial hit that he did not expect. He's kind of down on his luck. And one of the things that he's attracted to about you is he sees you as Mama Warbucks. He's seeing an easy fix to a financial loss. Now, that said, he does like you, but he's not giving you all the information to why he wants to go out with you. He does like you, though. He finds you absolutely beautiful. He finds you, look at her. Look at her. That is a stunning woman. He does find you beautiful, but I think he is also looking for long-term somebody to carry him. And that's something you gotta that's not what you're there for. You're not in it to carry any man. Okay? So is he trying to use you? Let me find out. I do feel that he genuinely likes you. He likes the way you look. He likes the way you communicate. But I do also want to look into the lack of communication as well, because I think you're communicating. I'm wondering where that lack is coming from and why. She said, because it's a cutoff immediately. I know, right? Yeah. If he's using you, if he's consciously like using you, or only coming after you because he wants you to take care of him, then yeah, you don't need no deadbeat, honey. Let's see. Okay. Remember, people are complicated. This is not cut and dry. He really sees. She says, "No, ma'am, no ham, nope." He really sees like long term house, family, dog, kids, fence, all of that. He's seeing that with you already, and he's just started talking to you. That's kind of sweet on the one hand, but he doesn't know you. He doesn't really know anything about you. And he's singing the wedding march or humming it. I don't know if it has any words. Now, again, part of it is because he is down on his luck, but he does see you as wife material. Part of it because he's down on his luck, part of it because he is truly attracted to you. He does not look at you like Mama Warbucks, as far as he would never have to work again. If this were in the upright position, I'd be like, oh, hell no. He just wants to rest and play. But it's in the reversed position, so that does mean that he is willing to work and contribute. But That's he's a disaster waiting to happen. He just came out of one disaster and he's walking himself into a setup for another. I'm so sorry, Blanca. I want to tell you good things about him. He does really like you. He's not a bad guy, but he's a freaking tornado, a war. They're going to name the next hurricane after him. Okay. It's like, yeah, if his name starts with the next letter in hurricanes, that's him. He's a disaster waiting to happen. He has not completely removed himself from the last disaster. He's carrying all that baggage up to you. And I think he'd make a great friend, but don't give him nothing. She says, will he try to get fresh on the first date? Because it's a slap to the face too fast. Yeah, first date. Will he try to get fresh? I think he could have a good time with him. I think you could have a great time with him date-wise or even friend-wise. But I would not recommend romantic entanglement with him until he is completely past his disaster phase and not looking at you like the breadwinner. But let's see how that first date is. He going to get fresh? Ace of Wands comes up. We're going to slap him, okay? It looks like he wants to move as fast as he can. He's going to, but he does respect your boundaries. He actually respects your boundaries. I'm getting a no on he won't get fresh because you will definitely send off signals that if he does, you will cut him. He's willing to be patient. He is willing to be patient. I think he'll start off really flirty, trying to see where his limits are, but he will respect those limits. So that is a beautiful thing. That's actually really good. He's not going to try to push past those walls or those boundaries. She says, laughing my ass off. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. He's not going to be, he might come across as pushy at first, but once you say, he'll back off really quick and be respectful. She says, he came in so fast, even I'm like, wait, what just happened? But he's really liking everything he sees about you. There is that part of him thinking, oh, this could be easy street because he has taken a recent huge financial cut. Do not give him any reason to believe that you will help him financially. And if you set that boundary along with the first dates are not for kissing boundary, then I think that you can have an actually good time with him. He'll get to know you. Make sure you get to know him as well. Um, if he's lacking in the communication, draw it out of him. Make it a game. Like, I give you a piece of information, you give me a piece of information. I tell you something about me, you tell me something about you. Kind of almost like a truth or dare with just truths type of thing. Make it fun, make it lively. A first date should always be just about getting to know each other. She said, I won't take care of no man. I'm fine. I'm good. Right? She said, LOL. Just make it like, don't come right out on the first date and say, I ain't giving you shit. Don't do that. But if he asks for money or makes any kind of suggestion that he needs help, say, I'm not in a position to help you with that. I'm sorry. And then he'll know. Because if you give him a nickel, he's going to come in for $1,000,000. Hey, it's not a conscious, I'm going after her money, but somewhere inside him, he sees that way of gaining his financial ground back. And you are not his mama. So do not let him have that. I truly, truly feel like he likes you. I truly look at the card on the bottom. I just went to shuffle and this one popped up. There is potential there if you can train him early. Okay? There he truly likes you. And I think at the very least he could become one of your best friends. Give him a chance, but don't allow him to take anything that you're not willing to give. The fact that he respects the boundaries that you place will make you respect him more. Okay? So go have fun. Do not kiss on the first date. That'll give him ideas. I just don't think you're that kind. She says, LOL. Have fun. Set your boundaries when you have the opportunity to set them. And I think you'll have a great time. Just no wedding bells yet. She got it. She says, got it. Thank you. You're welcome, Blanca. And thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you everybody for being here tonight. Aside from my little frog attack in my throat, I had the most wonderful night, and I'm always, always happy to be here with y'all. And we will see you tomorrow night at My Psychic Connection, starting at 7 p.m. with Destiny K, Divine Love and Light, then followed with Journey Ryan Live at 10, and Cassidy the Card Slinger at 11. All those are Eastern time. So see you tomorrow night. I'll be there in the audience. Bye.